Hello and welcome back to Zinc Sterling. I'm Timothy Zink, and today we're going to be looking at a short video on how to reticulate silver. The process of reticulation is heating up silver to its critical point so that the metal wrinkles, giving it a really nice texture that can be used in a lot of really cool ways. Starting off, you want to cut your piece of silver that you're going to use for your project. You want to cut it slightly larger than you think you need to, because as the silver contracts from the reticulation process, it shrinks slightly. You also want to use a flame that ideally has a pretty hot point to it, like a butane torch or oxyacetylene or just an acetylene torch. I find using the bigger flamed map torches or propane torches don't tend to work super well, just because it heats up too big of an area. You can see where you have those little pinpoints that are heating up. That's really what you want to shoot for to get good texture happening. And you want to just work around the metal, getting it to where it gets that nice shiny, where it's just starting to go critical but not quite melting fully, so it starts to contract onto itself. And that's how you're going to get those really nice wrinkles. Once you've taken your piece up to its critical point and you've gone through the first cycle, you want to quench the metal. Then you're going to want to use a rawhide mallet to hammer it back flat, because as you see, it kind of warps quite a bit. And then at that point, you can decide whether or not you like the reticulation pattern that you have, or if you want to take it further and do more cycles. The important thing is between each cycle to pickle the metal thoroughly, because the pickle is going to destroy the microscopic little atoms of copper on the surface, leaving fine silver on the surface. And the more thicker layer of fine silver you have built up on the surface of your metal, the stronger your reticulation pattern is going to be as you keep heating it to critical. Throughout this video, there are very few cuts in time. It is almost in real time. All I've done here is I've brushed it down with steel wool so you can see what a single pass of bringing the metal up to heat will do to it as for pattern. And the more times you do this, the stronger the pattern gets. You can see that smaller piece, I did that 3 or 4 times to get a real nice deep pattern on it. And here it's been pickled, and I'm just starting the process over again. I'm going to heat it up to critical, get it nice and silvery where it starts to look like the metal's melting all around the piece, and then I'm just going to quench it and go again. Now that we're coming up on the end of the second heat cycle, you can see that that pattern is developing very nicely. This is typically what I like to do whenever I'm using it. I find that 2 cycles tends to work for me. Occasionally I'll go harder than that, or I'll just do a single cycle depending on what I'm going for. But typically the 2 cycle heating in this method is what I find works best in the projects that I do. Here the metal's been pickled again. I decided at this point that I liked how far it had gone with the reticulation, and all I'm doing here is I'm annealing it before I use it in a project. And at the very end of the video you'll see the ring that I made with this. This is how the metal turned out after 2 heat cycles. I think that this pattern is what I typically shoot for, and I like it a lot. And here is the ring that I made with this particular piece. This is supposed to emulate kind of a corset. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any further questions, please leave a comment below. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you and have a great day.